ready to run through a wall.
We're going to run some block. Or maybe some.
This team is destined. That baseball game was absolute, 12 innings of torture! Torture! Orion Kerkering can't field a simple ground ball. I bet you Jesus Luzardo fields that ground ball and makes the right decision to go to first base. Your offense no-shows once again. Biggest effing game of the year. Your offense no-shows. Orion Kerkering, what are you doing? I just saw this era of Philadelphia Phillies baseball ended right there. This era of Philadelphia Phillies baseball, in a nutshell, is Orion Kerkering failing to field a ground ball and failing to make the right decision of where to throw the baseball. That, in a nutshell, is this Philadelphia Phillies era. The amount of faith I had coming into tonight's game that they were going to be able to pull it off. And then I see the way Chris Sanchez had change-ups working. He was dicing guys up. He looked great. And your bullpen, outside of Orion Kerkering, was nice. I don't want this to be a whole show of yelling, but I'm sure that's what it's going to turn out to be, right? I'm sure that's, ultimately what it's going to turn out to be, just constant yelling, because that's what this team hurts me. Day in, day out, I'm crushed. I thought, when I saw the start and the outing that we got out of Chris Sanchez, I was like, here we go. Let's friggin' go. Then, the bullpen, I thought, outside of Orion Kerkering, pitched very well. I thought when I saw Strom go in, I almost shit myself. He pitched fine. Luzardo pitched great. Duran was very dicey himself. Very dicey. He gets through that jam. I'm lost. Rob Thompson lost you another game today. Rob Thompson costed this Philadelphia Phillies team a baseball game. Not just tonight. Rob Thompson cost his Phillies team the entire series. He ruined game one. He ruined game two. Tonight, he ruins it. I bet you right now. Well, first of all, him deciding to walk Ohtani was a disastrous decision. That's one. I bet if we pitched to Ohtani, everything was going to work out. I bet you would have. I'm so pissed off. I have absolutely no words for this baseball team. Not an ounce of words. I'm crushed. I'm hurt. I don't understand. I'm trying to find the right words, but you know what? I want to hear from all of you guys. I really, really do. So 215-839-8246. Guys can call in, rant, leave your thoughts, get pissed off. I don't care. I don't know how I'm not cussing up a storm right now. If you guys want to leave a comment on YouTube, that's perfectly fine too. Share on your thoughts. But I've never seen a more heartless. I'll tell you this. I will tell you this right now. I seriously have never seen a more heartless, gutless, pathetic baseball team in my life. I've never seen it. And big-time moments, what did Bryce do for you? In big-time moments, what did Kyle Schwarber do for you? In big-time moments, what did Trey Turner do for you? Nothing. Pathetic baseball. Let's go to our first caller. Let's go to Joe in South Jersey. What's up, Joe?
What's going on, man? I got no words. I'm just crushed here. I mean, that game. You can't ask more out of Sanchez. Throws an absolute gem. We get on the board early, we get the first run, and then that happens. It's just truly unbelievable. The Dodgers didn't even get a hit to score a run tonight. They had the RBI walk and then that absolute catastrophe at the end. I mean, the Dodgers did not earn that win tonight, in my opinion.
No, they didn't. And again, the Phillies lost the game for themselves. Again, the Phillies, year after year after year, they played teams that honestly did not play better than them. I know. Look, the Dodgers, when the Dodgers needed timely hits throughout the entire series, they got them. Their guys stepped up. Betts stepped up. Kiki Hernandez stepped up. Right, like their guys stepped up. And when they needed clutch hits, when they needed big-time moments, their guys, whether it was a star player like Freeman or Betts or Kiki Hernandez or Will Smith, right, they stepped up. They got the timely hits. They got the timely RBIs. Late in the game, you saw them working counts. You saw them trying to stretch. You saw them doing everything in their power to see as many pitches and finally turn on the pitch that they get. And the Phillies didn't do that all series. The Phillies especially didn't do it tonight. The Phillies had 4 hits and 1 run. 4 hits and 1 run. And I can't even count how many guys they left on base tonight. I'm lost for words, man. I really am.
Yeah, and then just the last thing I wanted to point out. I mean, I really do love the guy, but Bryce Harper, man, I really love him. He's produced for us in the past, but I mean, he's your core guy. He's your 3-hitter. And I mean, I feel like I haven't felt a moment from this guy that's been big all year.
No.
I mean, this series, he hasn't done much. I mean, it sucks that we went out this way. You have questions at Schwarber and Ranger in free agency, but I mean, it just hurts, man. That's all I got. Thanks, boss.
Thanks. I appreciate the phone call. Yeah. I haven't, and I'm just being honest with you because that's what we do here on Broad Street Sports. I really have not seen a Bryce Harper signature moment in a long time, in a very, very long time. And I think a lot of fans continue to hold on to bet them at the bank, which, by the way, was over 3 years ago. So a lot of fans will continue to hold on to bet them at the bank. We haven't seen a Bryce Harper that has resembled that Bryce Harper in a long time. There was somebody in my comment section before, in one of the clips I reposted on Instagram or TikTok, one of them. And they go, well, Bryce Harper just had a kid. He's all. I don't give a shit if he just had a kid. He's not the one who had the kid. He's not the one who had the kid at all. And that doesn't excuse you from playing good baseball when your team needs it. You're supposed to be a captain. You're supposed to be a leader. And he was pathetic tonight and pathetic throughout the entire series. Alex in Nebraska's on the line. What's up, Alex?
I mean, what do you even say?
I don't know. I'm lost. I'm hurt. I'm shattered. I'm broken.
Rob Thompson should be fired as soon as we land in Philly, and that's being generous.
I agree.
He should be fired as soon as he lands in Philly because he cost us all 3 games. All 3 games were on Rob.
No,
every single one. Every single one was on Rob. And look, we need our offense to be better, but that's also on Rob too. How, year after year, how does this offense still not perform in the playoffs? And when we did make the World Series, they got no hit in CBP. No hit. Biggest game of their life. No hit. Right after they hit about 6 home runs against Houston. Right after that game, they got no hit. It's a shame.
I don't. This baseball team is we could agree to disagree. I don't know if you're going to agree or not, but this baseball team is built to win.
I disagree.
You could. They're supposed to be built to win. They're supposed to.
Yeah, supposed to. Our starting pitching is there.
Yeah,
they're built to win. Our lineup's not.
No,
we have.
Go ahead.
We have our 9-hole hitter batting 5th. Well, that's all you got to know. We have our 9-hole hitter. The guy who should be hitting 9 is batting 5th. And how much did Brandon Marsh cost us? Game 1, 2, and today with bases on.
Well,
2 outs, 1 out, whatever it was, and he couldn't get on.
Yeah.
Why is JT not batting fifth? Why? Or put JT at 4, move Bohm to fifth.
Right.
Why is arguably our worst hitter, either him or Bryson Stott, batting fifth? It's not even like Brandon Marsh works counts.
No.
He constantly, I don't know. He's always out. It's not like Bader. Like, I'll give Bader credit. He was battling up there.
Oh yeah.
What was that? It felt like a 15 pitch at bat. But
I
Marsh,
think it was. I think it was
into
like well
batter's
in the
box.
double digits. I think it was well in the double digits.
Yeah. Yeah, Marsh, as soon as Marsh steps into the batter's box, up 4 pitches, he's out. 3 pitch, whatever it is. It's not even like he works counts.
No. Well, again, I do agree with you. Like Brandon Marsh cannot be your 5-hole hitter by any means. I thought that was a disastrous decision by Rob. Every game to have Marsh bat fifth, like he is definitely not a 5-hole hitter. And especially you've seen like teams work around. Like how many times did Bohm walk in the last 2 games? How many times did Bohm they basically pitch around Bohm without pitching around them, and get to Marsh. And they just work Marsh, and Marsh can't handle the Marsh can't handle the pressure. Marsh can't handle that situation, and teams know that. And teams are working around Harper, they're working around Bohm, and I thought Bohm had a decent series offensively, whatever the case is. He was on base and got a couple singles, whatever. Right? Whatever. But they teams worked consistently around Harper, Bohm, and they got to Marsh, and Marsh couldn't handle it. He can't handle the serious moments in a baseball game. And I do agree with you. Like a lineup that's contending for a World Series cannot have Brandon Marsh running, or we can't have Brandon Marsh batting fifth in a World Series contending baseball team. Like that doesn't that's not a recipe for success. Go ahead.
I know. And why? How many pitchers do we have on this NLDS roster? About half our team, over half our team. We have so many pitchers, and we use the same 2 out of the bullpen. Strom and Kerkering are 2 worse.
Well,
where is Tanner Banks? Like, where did Tanner Banks die? Where's Walker Buehler at?
Right.
Where Aaron Nola threw 26 pitches, I believe, yesterday.
Yeah.
There's no reason if you're gonna pull Luzardo out at that spot, which I also disagreed with. But if you're going to pull him out, put Nola in, put Banks in, put Buehler in, put Ranger in.
Well, okay? Ranger, in Rob's defense, and I'm by any means, I'm not defending Rob Thompson, but Ranger Suarez was completely unavailable tonight, just because he threw like 80 pitches last night. So I'm not disagreeing with you by any means. You used Orion Kerkering 4 nights in a row. 4 nights in a row, you use the same guy, and you throw him in.
Yeah, but you get my point.
Yeah.
You get my point. Where were all those guys at? What about Tanner Banks? Tanner Banks, 1 pitch against Shohei last night, 1 out. Ended the game because Taiwan. Why is Taiwan Walker on this roster?
Yeah, I don't know.
Tell me that. Why is Taiwan on this roster? And as much as I hate Rojas, Taiwan Walker being on this NLDS roster screwed up game 2. We couldn't pinch hit for Cassidy. We didn't have. Maybe you pinch hit with Marshall. I don't know, but we could have pinched hit Rojas right there. Pinched hit Weston Wilson for not Cassidy, Bader. But it's just stupid. They made so many.
You're Alex, your internet or something. The call dropped. I don't know where you're at, man, but something. I guess that Nebraska internet, pal. I don't know, man. Like, I do agree with you. I agree. This is a masterclass of Rob Thompson. Rob Thompson should not be the manager for ever again. Like, Rob Thompson should not, like, tomorrow morning, we should get the news via Twitter, Instagram, whatever the case is, that Rob Thompson has been fired. We need that news more than anything. Rob Thompson cost you game 1. He cost you game 2. And he 1,000% costed you tonight. And it's a disaster. It's pathetic. I've never seen a team worse under pressure than this baseball team. Let's read some comments right here on YouTube. Highlight Hitter says, screw this team. Ryan Campbell here says, Kerkering choked. Not too big of a moment for him. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm broken. I'm absolutely friggin' shattered. I'm pissed. So am I, man. The worst part is if you get that third out, the Dodgers are going to be forced to go to Blake Tyron. Yeah. Like, literally, all you had to do is get through that last out. And you had the last out! You had the last out! If Orion Kerkering just made the right throw, made the right read, and was able to field the ground ball correctly, this Phillies team, we may even, at this point right now where I'm doing the live show and we're 16 and a half minutes into this show, the Phillies could A, still be playing, or B, already won the game. You got exactly what you wanted. You got a weak ground ball right to the pitcher, could have went home. If he fielded the ground ball correctly, the ball could have went home. And even in whether it was fielded correctly or not, like it was, he had to play at first base. Paez was not running fast. He was not running hard. You had enough time to pick up that ball that you were bobbled, get it over to first base, and move on, and try to win the game, and you didn't. Like Orion Kerkering failed. Orion Kerkering failed. You have the National League batting title, National League home run hitter, and a multi-season multi-season MVP in your lineup. You're definitely built to win. Well, again, like they're top heavy, right? And I get it, right? I see both sides, and I do believe that this lineup is built to win, but I also do see Alex's point. Like, Brandon Marsh is not a 5-hole hitter by any stretch. You know, JT deserves to be batting higher in the lineup. That's the thing, and that's where I'm at. It's exactly where I'm at. This lineup is built to win. You have Turner, a $300 million guy. You have Schwarber, who's probably going to pick up a massive contract. I don't think we should re-sign him. That's besides the point. Harper, $300 million guy, multi-season. You know, it was a multi-season MVP. And they don't show up. They don't show up. Dodgers fan here. GG to you guys. Sucks it at the end like that. The picture from you guys was legit. Stressful series to watch. Philly, well, we could say the Phillies are due for a title soon, but in what world? In what world? Schwarber's going. Rangers probably going to go. Bader, we don't know what we're going to do with him. Guys continue to get older. Knowing this management, Rob Thompson's back for another year. What a joke. What's worse than being a Mets fan or Phillies fan? Absolutely none. And the Flyers lost tonight, and the Eagles, I'm pretty sure, are losing the last time I checked. What a disaster. I'm done with this stupid team. They wasted my time. I'm pissed. Yep. They wasted my time last night. Wasted my time tonight. Oh, just left the stadium. Wow, what a game. Dodgers fan. He had first base so easy. I've never seen anything like it in my lifetime. I've never. What's worse? And in the mid. Let's go to Luke in South Jersey. Sorry, Luke, I had you on hold. I had to finish my point, but what's up, bro?
How you doing, Pop?
No, actually, I'm not.
One of the worst
good.
I've ever seen in Phillies history. Made me sick, and it just shows you that Orion Kerkering was a deer in headlights.
Horrible decision for Rob to go to him in that moment. The moment was too big for him, and in that moment, you go with the guy you used in all 4 games. What a disastrous decision by Rob Thompson.
And I got to ask you, like, what do you think, like, your opinion on, I know Luzardo was great, but having Nola come out of the bullpen, like, any thoughts there?
I at this point, dude, I would have done anything. I would have went to Bueller. I would have went to Bueller before I would have went to Kerkering. I would have went to Banks. I would have went to Bueller. You had Nola in the pen. right? You had so many guys that were available still. You had Robertson out of the pen. I don't know who's worse, Robertson or Kerkering, but you could have even went with Robertson. Like the fact that you went with Kerkering, who helped blow game one, is young and experienced. Moment is consistently too big for him. And you've used him every single game already this season. That's who you go to in that moment. That's a piss poor managerial decision. I would have went with Bueller. I don't know why Tanner Banks was used at all throughout this entire season. Why was Banks not used at all? Banks was used in big time moments throughout the entire season. He was used in crucial spots, and we didn't go with him. We went with Kerkering. We went with Strom, who didn't do a bad job. But Orion Kerkering, the biggest jerk off in Philly right now. I hate to cuss right now, but he is the biggest jerk off in Philly. Rob and
he is a piece of shit.
Rob Thompson and Orion Kerkering are the two biggest jerk-offs to ever live in Philadelphia right now.
I don't know. The Eagles look pretty bad right now.
I got to tell you, Luke, I could care less about what the Eagles are doing right now. We have like 13 more games with the Eagles. The Phillies just had a prime opportunity to flip the script in this series, go to the National League Championship Series. This Eagles team I get it. Probably tomorrow and the next couple days and next week, I'll be more in tune for the Eagles. I'll be ready. Like tonight, I could care less about the Eagles. I was ready for the Phillies. I expected the Phillies to win. I thought that they were going to win. I thought they were going to take care of business, and they didn't because their manager's stupid. Our lineup of $927 million of 5 different guys can't hit in big-time moments. It's the same thing over and over again.
And I got to say one thing, I know this is supposed to be PG-13, but what a fucking pussy move to not pitch to Ohtani.
Yep, I agree with you. I do.
This manager has no fucking balls.
No, he doesn't. I said that in present time when they did that. I said we're going to lose this game because Rob screwed it up. Rob wants to pitch around Ohtani, who, by the way, is 1 for 18 in that series. Perfect.
He looked like a fucking guy with his head chopped off. Dude couldn't hit shit.
No, he could.
Fucking playoff.
He couldn't hit anybody. But yeah, let's go to Mookie Betts, who was starting to heat up, had a good second half, and played like not perfect, but yeah, he was there. He's starting to heat up in the series. Let's go to Mookie Betts, who's a postseason guy, who's a big time postseason guy with bases loaded, and you're up by 1. What a disaster!
Because our fucking idiot manager. That's who the fuck it is.
Yeah, I agree with you. Luke, I appreciate the phone call. I really do. This is bad, man. This is bad. I say it over and over again. There needs to be some hard conversations. There needs to be uncomfortable situations. There needs to be conversations on if we bring Schwarber back, right? I don't know. Let's go to Gavin. What's up, Gavin?
What's up, man, dude? Oh my God.
It's laughable. It's laughable.
It is, dude. I really want to say I'm not surprised in a way. Like I honestly thought I would be more pissed off, but I'm just so numb to this, dude. I'm not even like, oh, whatever. Like it's pathetic, dude, and I'm used to it.
No, I am too. But like I at some point, right? Like as that game continued to go on, and I seen how like lifeless this team continued to be, I was like, "There's not a chance in hell this Phillies team pulls this out." I knew it. I felt
Absolutely,
it, and
man.
I knew it. But it was just like, well, who strikes first in a way? Like, do the Phillies somehow get something going? Do the Dodgers? And it never, and a million, I expected just like a home run or like a double roped, and you know what I mean? And a runner from second, whatever. Like, that's what I expected. I expected the Phillies to lose, giving up a home run, giving up an RBI double, whatever. Normal walk-off bullshit. But never in a million years that I expect our pitcher to not be able to field the ground ball and then not know where to throw the baseball afterwards. That sums up this Phillies era of baseball perfectly. It sums up everything. This sums up
Absolutely.
everything. People were talking about after game 2 that the Bryson Stott bunt is going to define this Phillies era. Well, I don't think it's the bunt anymore. I think it is Orion Kerkering pitching in 4 straight postseason games, not being able to field the ground ball and not knowing when to throw, not knowing where to throw the baseball. And by the way, that's something you learn how to do in Little League, something you learn how to do in high school, and I'm certainly sure it's something they know how to do in minor league baseball and Major League Baseball. They know how to do it. They practice it. The moment was way too big for him. And at some point, like the mental mistakes, Schwarber last night getting picked off on first base, like these mental mistakes, like Bohm tonight not bending down far enough to get that ground ball. Like the mental mistakes at some point was going to hurt this baseball team. And it finally got to him, because this team is one of the dumbest baseball teams I've ever watched.
Dude, it's awful. It's awful. And again, like the lights were too much for Kerkering, realistically. I mean, I saw right away when he picked up the ball, you could see in his eyes from my TV that he was going to screw it up. He didn't know what to do. He was panicking, and he just tossed it. He just said a prayer and tossed it. It's unacceptable. And people, can cry about, oh, Rob is doing this, and that this game. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. They didn't hit. The offense once again did not show up. You didn't. They were making good contact at the start, but it just wasn't getting anywhere. But again, it comes down to the offense. They didn't hit, and they only scored 1 run, and that's going to kill you. It's going to kill you.
Yeah. I appreciate the phone call, Gavin. I really, really do. He brings up a great point. Like this offense, you're not being able to hit. And I agree, Rob was awful tonight, especially and throughout this entire series. But I don't know how you can expect to win a postseason game with how many guys you left on base. So in the first inning, you had 2 on base. Brandon Morris strikes out. Perfect opportunity. Then the 5th, you get that leadoff walk by Kepler. Then you go with the 3 straight outs, feeble, pathetic, ABs all together. Then after that, and the 6th, you get that 2-out single by Bohm and then a Morris strikeout. Like this baseball team consistently got pitched around. Bohm got pitched around. They didn't want to pitch to Bohm. They didn't want to pitch to anybody. They just wanted to get to Brandon Morris. And Brandon Morris, time and time again, sold. Brandon Morris, time and time again, was unable to rise to the occasion. And then we had to go to Bader, and I'm fine that we went to Bader, but and I have no problem with Bader striking out. I mean, I do, but Bader fought. Bader saw many pitches, and Bader coming in that situation and fighting harder than any other guy in this lineup. It's crazy to me. It really is. Then we got to think about in the 11th, where you get that Harper walk and then Bader strike. So the 1-out walk after Schwarber grounds out. So you get that Harper walk. Then Bohm flies out to deep center field. I thought that baseball was gone. And then that's when the Bader strikeout happened. So time and time again, this baseball team throughout the entire game fell short. There was feeble at-bats. They didn't care. They were heartless. They were gutless. It was bad, piss poor at-bats. It really, 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 really was. You can't expect to win postseason games and big-time games leaving every guy you got on base, man. There were so many damn opportunities by this baseball team to drive guys home, drive guys in. They did. This was a series you were supposed to win. The Phillies were, I wouldn't say favorited, but to go down like this, you really went down without a fight. I know people are going to say, well, last night was a fight. Was it really, though? You knew, in all seriousness, the TV broadcast, MLB, TBS, they make too much money from these series. So the series getting over super quick, like that's not good, man. So you felt in your gut that you were going to be able that the Phillies were going to win last night. Like that's what you knew. You knew that. But coming into the night, I still felt very, very good. I really, really did. I felt good about coming into this game. And the Phillies sold. Orion Kerkering can't do anything right. He should not have a job tomorrow morning. Rob Thompson should not have a job tomorrow morning. I don't think Kyle Schwarber should be re-signed. Let him go to Cincinnati or wherever the hell he wants to go. Let him go. He doesn't show up in the postseason. He doesn't show up when the moment's big. He doesn't. Time and time again, this Phillies offense and this Phillies team in general forgot about fundamentals. They forgot how to play baseball. Their mental errors hurt them every step of the way. Getting picked off on base, getting caught in pickles, base running errors, not being able to field ground balls like boom. Orion Kerkering not being able to field a simple ground ball, a very slow roller right back to him, and then didn't know where to throw it. He didn't know he had to throw it to first base. Like, what an idiot. That's what I mean. Like, this baseball team is so dumb. There is talent on this baseball team. I do believe there is talent on this baseball team, but can't expect to win with your offense doing just piss poor things consistently. I really, really, really thought that this baseball team was going to force a game 5. I really did, man. And they had it, man. They had it. They had it in this game. They had it in game 2. Or not game 2. That in game 1. Game 2, they could have won. Dave Roberts was trying to hand them game 2 when he put Tyron in, or I would say it, however the hell you say his name. Looks like you need to beef up the bullpen. If they need to do a lot. Do you bring back Jose Alvarado? I think not having Jose Alvarado really hurt this baseball team. But at the same time, it's like, well, would Rob would have overused them instead of Kerkering, right? Like instead of Rob overusing Kerkering, Rob would have overused Jose Alvarado. That's a shit show. The Eagles are down by 10 too. Yeah, I mean, this is such a disastrous time for Philly sports. Jordan Dobbins says, "I'm done." That's basic little league fundamental. It is. Let's go Dodgers. Fundamentals over talent. Yeah, the Phillies got killed in every way, shape, or form. Their mental mistakes hurt them. I really felt like the Phillies had it tonight. Didn't think L.A. Penn had anything left in the tank. I thought the Phillies had it too, man. I really, really did. I thought they were going to take care of business. I thought the way that the offense played tonight or last night, I thought it was going to carry into tonight. Well, I couldn't have guessed any more wrong. Props to the Phillies. If they would have woken up a game earlier, they may have made it a 5-game series. Well, let's think about it. The Phillies should have won game 1. Rob Thompson blew that one. The Phillies should have won. I wouldn't say should have, but they could have won game 2. Dave Roberts was literally trying to give the Phillies every opportunity to win that baseball game. Well, Phillies didn't come through. The Phillies obviously won last night, and tonight they couldn't do it. They had opportunities. They had so many guys they left on base, and it's just so funny. Every single time Brandon Marsh comes up to bat, you know it's over. Like, that there's no fight, no heart. It's so bad. Oh, it's so freaking bad. The Phillies, we should be having a game 5 Saturday night in Philly. And here's the thing. Here's what I will say, though. As every moment went by and extras, and I continued to see that our bullpen was getting limited, the whole 9, I was like, well, I don't really like this. I didn't have that much faith. You know what I mean? I didn't have that much faith. But, I mean, and I expected the Phillies I knew they were going to end up losing that game. But, man, I expected them to give up a home run or a double into the gap. I did not expect a Orion Kerkering not being able to field the ground ball and then not knowing where to throw it. I did not expect that. Philly fans are really in pain. Yeah, we're in pain, man. This is such a bad way to go down. Phillies offense disappeared thanks to Dodgers pitching. Sanchez, Luzardo, and Suarez, held their own. There was no support. I thought our starting pitching did exactly what I expected them to do. You can throw Aaron Nola into that mix. I thought Nola pitched very, very well. Like the entire year, we knew that when the Phillies got to the postseason, they were going to get carried or be able to win games because of their starting pitching. Well, our starting pitcher did a great job throughout this entire series. Sanchez pitched a pretty good game 1, pitched a much better game 4. Luzardo pitched a great game 2 and pitched a great game 4. And Suarez was great last night. So your starting pitching gave you exactly what you needed, but your offense did not help them out. Phillies fans are brutal. All of PA. I would love to go visit. I don't blame Kerkering at all. This kid's excellent. Not going to kick a man while he's down. Rob Thompson made a ton of mistakes. Okay. I mean, that's your opinion. It's your opinion. But I blame Kerkering. I do. Well, hold on. I don't blame Kerkering for obviously being in the game. Rob made a horrible decision going back to him. We should have never went back to Kerkering. Kerkering pitched in all 3 games. And why are you using him? Who's like when you had Banks ready to go, Bueller was available, Nola was available. All these guys throughout this game were available. And you go with Kerkering, who you've used every single night. But Kerkering, I mean, come on, man. Kerkering got exactly what he needed. Orion Kerkering got exactly what he needed. Orion Kerkering got a weak ground ball right back to him. He got exactly what he needed, a ground ball right back to him. He was unable to field it correctly. Then he had no idea where to throw the baseball. That is simple, fundamental mistakes. That's simple, fundamental mistakes. You learn how to do that in Little League. And I'm sure they know they teach you how to do that in major leagues and in minor leagues. You know how to do this. That was pathetic. So you could sit here and say, oh, well, I don't blame Kerkering. I don't blame Kerkering for being in the game, but I do blame Kerkering for not being able to field a simple ground ball and not being able to make the right decision on where to throw the baseball. Again, this Phillies season, that play, not being able to field and then making the wrong decision on where to throw is the exact depiction of this Phillies era of baseball. Schwarber, Harper, and Turner were absolute dog shit. Oh, yeah, they were horrible. They were the worst of the worst. And again, that is why I'm hesitant to give Schwarber a contract. He didn't show up in the postseason. He had 2 home runs last night. Big whoop they freaking do. Gosh. Kenneth Wolf. Kerkering has a responsibility. I agree with Thompson, but you are a relief. You have to be prepared not only physically but mentally. He panicked. I don't agree with Rob Thompson going to Kerkering in that situation, right? Like that's the only thing that I'm on Kerkering's side for. I don't believe Kerkering should have went in that situation. He pitched in 3 nights in a row, and going back to him in the biggest moment of the game, I thought was a disaster. I would have much rather have seen Banks, or Bueller, or even Nola in that situation. I would have rather have seen something else. I'd much rather have seen something else. But again, like you said, that Kerkering has a responsibility. Kerkering's job is to get you out of the inning. Kerkering's job is to be able to field the ground ball simply, safely, and smoothly, and be able to make a right decision on where to throw. Look, Kerkering, even though he bobbled the ground ball, he still had a chance to get Paez, or however you say his name, out at first base. You had the exact opportunity to do it. He wasn't hustling down the line. I mean, you literally had every opportunity to still work out of it. I get it that you screwed it up. You were unable to field the ground ball. It hurts. But you deciding to go to home plate when you had a simple runner out at first base, and we could have still been playing in this game, or the game would have been over by now. But Orion Kerkering, man, what an idiot. What an idiot. Dodgers are trolling all these channels. I don't care, man. You know what I mean? Like the Dodgers Dodgers fans, Dodgers in general, they have every opportunity to do this. You know, they have every right to be happy and excited about this. They do. We screwed up. The fan base did exactly what they had to do. I'm hurt. Orion Kerkering blows. Orion Kerkering needs to go. I don't want to see. I don't want to see the Rob Thompson ever again. Rob Thompson's done. In my opinion, I think he's done. He literally has to go. What's up, man? State your name and where you're from.
Steve from South Jersey.
What up, Steve?
Okay. Frustrating. Okay, I just got off of the 302 Bullets podcast talking about the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say the exact same thing what I said on Bales. Okay.
Okay, all right.
The offense was 1 for 24 tonight. The bats were ice cold. Okay. Something really needs to change. Okay, something really does. Probably file Rob Thompson or Kevin Long. I don't know. And another thing is, okay, so 2022 lost in the World Series. 2023 NLCS. 2024 NLDS. 2025 NLDS. When will this stop? Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know.
Something really needs to change where this team can be hitting again. And for now, I'm wondering why on this one, why did Kerkering decided to throw at the hot dog bundle? Makes perfectly no sense. JT was putting to full space, but he threw it by the hot dog bundle. Makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I really am. I'm right there with you. I am. Steve, bro, what else you got for me, man?
This team needs to have a deep overhaul. Just really deep now, okay? Because something needs to change for the next year. Something does. And my question is Hubble still your top-notch guy? Or Kyle Schwarber? Or what? Because the top 3 teams are supposed to be hitting. They haven't hit one at all tonight. None.
Nope.
And putting Duran in the bottom of the 7th inning and then walk Otani? Like, are you kidding me?
Yep.
You asking for a nice death wish. And they got it. They got a death wish on that.
Yeah,
Bye.
I agree. Steve, I appreciate the phone call. I really, really do. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I look back at this series and I look back at the series last year against the Mets. I don't want to re-sign Kyle Schwarber. I look at this series. I look at last year. I don't really want to re-sign Kyle Schwarber. And I'm sorry to all the fans out there that are like, oh, we need Schwarber. Schwarber is a regular season merchant. He's a regular season merchant. It's 100 and something RBIs. It's 56 homers. But when the lights are bright, when his team needs him, where was Kyle Schwarber? Kyle Schwarber was missing pitches right down the middle, popping up, rolling over. He gave you nothing. He gave you last night, right? He gave you 2 homers last night, and then he had a double earlier today. But that's not enough. There was plenty of opportunities where Kyle Schwarber needed to come through big in the game, and in game 1 and game 2, Schwarber no-showed. Schwarber no-showed last year. So I look at this and I say, well, I don't know what we do at Schwarber. I'm not really a fan of bringing Kyle Schwarber back. I think it would be I just think it would be a dumb decision. What's up, man? Hello, you're on the line, bro. What's up? Yeah, nothing from prank calling, I guess. Dodgers fans prank calling. What's up? I can't hear you, man. I can't hear you. I don't know. Prank calling or something. Unknown number. Who knows? Who knows? Dodgers fans prank call on Phillies fans. I'm not bringing back Schwarber. And again, there needs to be some real tough conversations now. There has to be. You don't want to bring back Schwarber. You have to fight. Look, if it's me, and this is just initial reactions, you're firing Rob Thompson. You have to. So I think you're firing Rob. You have to fire Kevin Long. I think you have to move on from Marsh and Castellanos. I think you cannot re-sign Schwarber. I think you have to really strongly consider trying to ship Bohm and Stott. I think this team is in a position where, they need a restart, but not like a total restart. They need a somewhat restart. They can't run this thing back with Schwarber. You know what? If you want to bring Schwarber back, fine, whatever. But I'm not the biggest fan of it. He has not showed up for you in the biggest moments. I would take Alonso. I just read a comment here. I would take Alonso. Here's the thing. That money that we would waste, all that money that we would waste on bringing Schwarber back, right? All that money we'd pay Schwarber. We could sprinkle that money around to bring in Bellinger or bring in Kyle Tucker, somebody, right? And I would be fully in favor of bringing Alonso in. We move Bryce A back to the outfield, B to DH, and let Alonso be the first baseman. Because for years, this Phillies team has lacked a right-handed power bat. For years. For years, they have lacked a right-handed power bat. And the last one we had was Reese, and Reese was very streaky, whatever the case is. And I think if you're able to try and bring in Alonso, you move Harper to DH, you move him back to the outfield, whatever. That brings you got another power hitter. You got a very good, hitter. I would totally be in favor of that. I would totally 1,000% be in favor for that. Let's read a couple more comments here. There's more here. Phil scored tonight, went 2 for 17. That awful. Yeah. You can't, like I said, also, you can't expect to win when you do that. Kerkering choked. Yeah, he did. Trade Kerkering. Now Kerkering's got to go. We still have a lot of talent. Our pitching is excellent still. Rob Thompson has to go. Bohm, Castellanos, and Kepler have to go. And Schwarber needs to walk. I agree. I think Rob needs to go. Bohm and Castellanos need to go. And I think Marsh has to go, man. Marsh is not good enough to play on this team, man. He's just not. He's not. Never really has been. But for everybody that's still in the show, whether you're a Phillies fan just coping with this loss, or whether you're a Dodgers fan enjoying my depression and my anger, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'd really greatly appreciate it, man. I really, really would. So please do that. Give Suarez another contract. Yeah, I think Suarez has definitely earned himself another contract. I think JT Realmuto has as well. Orion Kerkering should not have a job. I agree. Ranger Suarez, you are a Los Angeles Dodger. Oh, my God. Could you imagine? Thank you. Good Dodgers, baby. Are we re-signing Schwarber? I hope not. Dodgers will sign Schwarber. Whatever. I would take Alonso, of course. Yeah, you are the comment that I read, though. I would take Schwarber. I mean, excuse me, I would take Alonso. Cancun, yep. The Rangers coming to L.A. Why take out Luzardo for that loser Kerkering? Well, Luzardo was the Game 5 start. No, here's the thing. Luzardo could not start Game 5 because he already pitched in that game, right? So he already pitched in Game 4. We were not able to throw him in there Game 5. So it would have been a NOLA Game 5, no matter what. I think the Phillies were able to, if the Phillies in the 12th or 13th inning, whatever, won the game, it would be a NOLA Game 5 anyway, because they would not be able to throw Luzardo or specifically start Luzardo. I just look at my notes here. I look at how many guys we left on base. I look at, why are we walking Ohtani? Nick Costa here says, bye-bye, Casty, a whole new outfield. Okay, but do you think Rangers should have started Game 2 in Luzardo? Sit 3, Game 3 sounds dumb. But any tactics, man? I don't know, man. I think the way Rob went about it is I think Rob didn't do bad. Chris Sanchez, obviously, your number one, your game 2 starter. I mean, your game 1 starter. And I like the fact that we went Luzardo game 2 because Luzardo is a guy that feeds off of like the Philly crowd, and he's never really pitched on the road in the postseason, and I don't feel comfortable with that either way. So I'm glad he pitched game 2, and I like the fact that Ranger pitched game 3 in Los Angeles because he has postseason experience, whatever the case is. I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah. Yeah, just I'm hurt. I'm crushed. We lost because simple mental errors, simple mental mistakes, year in, year out, hurt this baseball team. It was a good pitching game. Both teams struggle. Yeah, no, I agree with you, man. I really, really do. I give the Dodgers credit. In my preview shows, I talked about how bad your bullpen was, but I thought Dave Roberts and Dave. I can't even say Dave Roberts is a bad manager. I mean, I am going to say that, but like, I don't think Dave Roberts is a mastermind, but he definitely outcoached Rob Thompson. He outcoached Rob Thompson. I thought that the way that he was able to articulate, well, we'll use the starting pitcher out of the pen here. We'll use this guy here. Like I don't know. I thought the way that he used it was fun, right? Good. GG's. Let's go Dodgers. Yeah, well, I mean, you guys earned it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could say the Dodgers didn't earn it because the Phillies like did what you know what I mean. The Phillies screwed up, whatever. But the Dodgers pitched great. They hit fine. Their bullpen really wasn't as bad as everybody expected it to be. Yeah, it's just whatever. As a Dodgers fan, both teams fought till the end, and I guarantee you, if this game was in Philly, the Dodgers probably would have made the same mistake. Here's the thing, though. Like I would have been so happy with if you're able to get back to Philly, game 5, anything could have happened, man. Anything literally could have happened. So people are here in the comments. Oh my God, the Eagles are still losing by 10. So 27-17. Did Jalen really throw a pick? Yeah, oh my God, of course he did. Oh my God, I can't. Will there be an Eagles post game show? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm still pissed off after this Phillies one. Hurts pick, of course. Why not? Dodgers versus Blue Jays. Probably. Dodgers are probably going to go back to back. It's easy to coach someone when you have star players. Eagles. Kerkering is celebrating with the Dodgers right now. He probably is. Freaking jerk wolf. Bad night in Philly. Oh, it's such an awful night, bro. Such an awful night. Crazy mention, but there's more Eagles fans in LA than really. I always thought that though. Like I always knew that there was a lot of Eagles fans out there in LA. But yeah, I don't know how that happens though. Like if you're from LA, shouldn't you be a Rams fan or or like a Raiders fan or something? You know, San Francisco. I don't know. I don't know. Something happened. Sorry. No, yeah, whatever, man. You know what I mean? I'm angry. I'm depressed. I'm pissed. I'm disappointed. And everything that can go wrong for this baseball team went wrong. Whatever. Eagles, Cowboys. I did know there was a lot of Cowboys fans out there in LA. Really, there's Packers fans out there. Really. I did, and I do know that there is a lot of Niners fans, of course. A lot of Eagles fans here. Okay. So let me ask you, I seen this guy, Johnny here, has a Raiders logo. So are you still, I'm sure, maybe you probably are still a Raiders fan, even though they're in Vegas now. So, or are you still or are you still a Raiders fan, or have you switched? I'm assuming that you're still a Raiders fan because of your logo here on YouTube, but you know what I mean? I'm one of the Eagles fans. Hell yeah. Well, the Eagles are losing. I can't take it. I think the bye cost you guys because it happened to Dodgers in 22. Well, here's the thing. I've like it didn't hurt the Brewers. The Brewers are playing good baseball, and like the first round bye didn't hurt the Blue Jays, and it didn't really hurt the Mariners. But for some reason, it consistently hurts this Phillies team. You know what I mean? The bye hurts this Phillies team, but every other team, it doesn't matter. Whatever. LA is a Raiders town. Rams are little brother like the Clippers. Well, okay. Well, yeah, I do agree with that Clippers statement, though. You know, Clippers. I mean, I've never really seen a real Clippers fan. Hell yeah, till I die. Okay, all right. Nobody in LA wanted the Chargers. They should have let San Diego keep their hometown. Yeah, I don't know why constantly there's always the California teams and LA teams leaving and going to Vegas or wherever. In LA, you'll hear a lot of theirs gold and them touchdown Giants? Oh God. Maybe look, I'm gonna probably have to end up this show. I'm gonna end this show. Go do the Eagles show right after the Eagles game's over. And I hope all of you guys will be there for the Eagles show. Please be there. Make sure, so you guys know when I go live after the game, make sure you guys, I don't care if you guys are a Dodgers fan, not an Eagles fan, Phillies fan, whatever, whether you're from Philly, you're from California, wherever. Right here on Broad Street Sports, I do the Eagles post-game show and pre-game shows. I do Phillies. Well, the Phillies aren't playing anymore, but Phillies and Sixers. This channel's ran by me. You'll be hanging out with me. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Turn on the post notifications. I will be here. Game after this Eagles game on a different show, like on my show on this channel, but obviously not this Phillies one. So make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you guys know when I go live right after this Eagles game. Because there is, let me just check it. 9:40 left to play, and the Giants are up 34-17. 34-17. Yeah. I hope to see you guys. I'm probably am going to do an Eagles post-game show. Probably. I feel like I have to. But yeah, I hope to see you guys all there. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you after the Eagles game. And, I'm sure we'll have some more Phillies shows because we got to talk about what we do at Rob, what we do with this team. We will be there. We will break it all down. But I appreciate every single one of you for joining in, whether you're a Dodgers fan, whether you're a Phillies fan, whether you're, from Los Angeles, California, Dodgers fan, Phillies fan, you know what I mean? Whether you're whatever you are. I appreciate you guys joining, listening, hanging out with me. I greatly, 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 greatly appreciate it. Let's read the last comment. I hope before more satisfying win as a Dodgers fan. That era is rough. Honestly, though, Phillies manager made some weird calls. Yeah, he stinks. He stinks. All right, guys. Thank you guys all. Make sure you get to hit that like button and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. I hopefully see you all very, very soon. Harper has been absolutely insane. I'm ready to run through a wall.
We're going to run some clock, or maybe some.
This team is destined